Welcome to Glenstal Abbey. This panel depicts the raising of Lazarus. It is interesting to observe the relative locations of the panels in a festal icon to each other. This may well represent a theological arrangement. The Lazarus panel is situated above the panel of the Veneration of the Cross, which acclaims the instrument through which salvation was won for humanity. The raising of Lazarus is one of many fruits of this salvation through the cross. The panel is beneath the Transfiguration panel, where Jesus' future glory as the risen Christ is glimpsed. The raising of Lazarus also manifests Jesus' glory and illustrates his declaration, "I am the resurrection and the life." The panel features Jesus to the left of center, with his right hand in blessing. He is looking towards Lazarus, whose limbs are still bound in his white burial clothes. The Gospel reports that Jesus raised his eyes to heaven, thanked his Father for having heard his prayer, and then called forth, "Lazarus, come out," in the Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 43. There is a beautiful antiphon in the Latin monastic breviary, which takes up this life-giving command of Jesus, "Lazare, ecce foras." Between Jesus and Lazarus are his two sisters. They are both worshipping Jesus. Mary, dressed in red, is in the foreground with her head bowed to the ground before Jesus in adoration, while her sister Martha, dressed in blue, is kneeling before Jesus. The family of Bethany will later host Jesus in their home, and Mary will anoint Jesus' feet in preparation for Jesus' own burial. This anointing for burial reminds us of the cost that Jesus pays so that Lazarus and we might have life. Behind Jesus are two disciples. The one in the foreground, but furthest from Jesus, is Peter, dressed in a green undergarment and pink cloak. He is recognized by his beard. The disciple in the background, nearest to Jesus, and dressed only in a pink undergarment, is the youthful, beloved disciple John. As Mary's anointing of Jesus' feet is foreshadowed by the depiction of her full prostration at Jesus' feet, the resting of the beloved disciple in Jesus' breast at the Last Supper is prefigured by his physical closeness to Jesus here. Beholding this panel, we contemplate Jesus as the resurrection and the life, and the responses of the figures around him. Lazarus, like the sheep that knows the voice of the shepherd, recognizes Jesus' voice and rises to life, while Mary and Martha worship him in thanks for the life of their brother. Lazarus signifies the one helped by God. Many may recall the saving power of Jesus at various stages in their lives and give thanks, or perhaps make fresh petition for further divine help.